What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Gaming with the Bros Cast, episode 206. My name is Harrison. I am joined by my brother, Nick. As always, Nick, how are you doing, buddy?
What's up, man? I love the countdown.
Yeah,
It got me
just
hyped
saw
up.
it, and I saw you type in the notes out, and I was like, I'm pretty sure it's not going to take him 30 seconds. Let me just, let me click this, and we'll just see how it goes.
No, that really builds up the hype. I love it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, and you can, for the audio listeners, we're using a different streaming platform today. We used it once in the past, but I wanted to try it again so we could multi-stream to other services, and I kind of dig it. It's pretty cool.
Seems pretty sweet so far.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we're gonna talk about some good news coming up. Some Mario Day stuff here in 6 days, and some other Nintendo related stuff. What'd you say?
I said counting down the days until Mario Day.
Down the days to Mario Day. But yeah, let's before we dive into what we've been playing, Nick, how was your week?
It's good. I had a funny funny thing happen this weekend. So last week I was very hyped for Dune. We were going with my friends on Friday, last Friday. And after work, we started driving over there because we were going to get some drinks beforehand and then go to the theater. And we were driving there and we were like, we haven't heard from our friends Allie and Doug like all day. And really like for the past few days about the movie tonight because they had booked the tickets.
Okay.
So Alicia
they had all y'all's tickets?
They had all the tickets.
Oh, God.
So Alicia texted them while we were on the way. And she was like, hey, we're still on for tonight, right? And Allie texted back. She's like, no, it's next week. It's next Friday. I was like, oh my God. So I was like pumped up for Dune 2 all week. And then on the way to the movie, we find out that it's a week from
I guess could she not have snagged like day one tickets or
no, I mean like I didn't want to see it enough to like not see it with them.
Yeah.
So like I was fine to wait, but
I meant like, could she not snag like day one, like pre-order the day one tickets, or they just sold out?
I think they ended up being out of town.
Oh, okay.
Last weekend, yeah. So
Gotcha.
I think that's why they did this coming Friday.
Well, we got something to look forward to on Friday then.
Yeah. It was just funny because like we're like, okay, let's still get drinks and dinner, and like let's still at least like go out and do something. So we did that, and then
you're literally already on the way.
Yeah, already on the way. Yeah, so that was fun. And then Saturday we went to Drive Shack, which is like Top Golf. But
okay.
We went.
Is that the one I went to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That place is cool.
Yeah, but we went for Alicia's work event, and it's pretty fun. I love Top Golf or Drive Shack, whatever. It's so much more fun than like a regular driving range.
Yeah,
it's like substantial. Like I don't know. It's not the same. It's really different from a driving range, but it's a lot of fun just to go there and drink some beer and play some games, play some poker or the Monsters game or whatever. This is cool. It's a good weekend. How about you?
They are they're building one of those. I think they're building Top Golf in somewhere. I think on Greensboro. So I'm excited for that because I've only ever done it the one time, and with you guys, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I was telling my buddy about it. How he's like, is it just like golf? And I was like, I mean, yeah, but also there's like alternate reality gaming where you're trying to hit like the monsters and stuff, and they've got some other like attacks.
They've got like blackjack.
Yeah, blackjack. Yeah, so there's a lot more. I mean, it takes some skill to aim.
You just need to. You really just need to be able to get the ball like 30 feet because it only registers up like at a certain point. So you have to get it far enough where it registers, but it's not super far. And once you do that, like you're pretty set up. Like
it's not like pinpoint accuracy. You don't have to get a hold of one or anything like that to do something. But
it's really fun.
Yeah,
it's really
cool.
Is.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. What about you? How's your week? How's your pre-birthday weekend?
It was good. I didn't really do much. We kind of just hung out. and I think we might be doing something Friday, but we'll probably just go out. Maybe I don't 100% know yet.
Mhm.
But as I tend to do every year, I always treat myself to
As you
something
should.
nice, as I should. And I got a PS5.
Wow, he finally caved.
I thought about it a couple weeks ago when Helldivers 2 came out, and I was like, man, I'm really missing this democracy. I want to dive in. And then I was like, no, I'll wait. And then it was last Wednesday or Thursday, Wario64 on Twitter posted the PS5 Slim on sale with the disc version and Spider-Man for $450. I was like, I got to get it.
That's a good deal.
Yeah, that's like $120 savings because you get Spider-Man included.
Is it a digital version or is it physical?
It is the digital version, but it's
okay.
But it came with the disc drive for the PS5, so I was happy about that. So I can play other
that's
games
good
if I need to. Yeah, because I was worried about that because I was like, did I get the digital one and then I was like, no, I'm pretty sure it was the physical, and then came in and it's the unboxing experience like 4 out of 10. Not great.
Not as good as the Xbox, I will say.
The Xbox, I would say the Xbox has the Series X has by far. I don't know what the Series S experience is, but the Series X experience is by far the best unboxing experience I've ever. It just opens up and it's just beautiful.
It's like a presentation.
And even the Switch isn't bad. I mean, you open it up and it's just right there. But the PS, and I know I'm complaining about an unboxing experience. I get it, but I want to talk about it. But so I open it up. It's got the Spider-Man sleeve on it. Took it out, and then you can open it up from either the top or the bottom. I didn't know which one was which, so I just chose one, and then I slid out, and like the PS5 wasn't like bubble wrap necessarily. It was in like a cardboard.
Yeah, it's like kind of like
a
cardboard.
Is that how your experience was with the original one?
Yeah, it wasn't bubble wrapped. It was just
okay
held in place, which I think that does the job.
Yeah, and then like all the cords were kind of just placed at the bottom of the thing, and like you could definitely tell it was like a minimalistic packaging, just to save costs and not have a bunch of plastic and stuff. So I get it, but yeah, still just compared to the Xbox, it wasn't nearly as good.
Very different.
That's okay. But yeah, I got booted up, signed in right away. Put the little acrylic nubs on the thing.
I saw that picture. I was like, damn, that thing is doing a lot of work.
Yeah, it looks like a spaceship. But it's cool looking. It's very sleek. It's a lot small. I mean, I don't think
you've seen my PS5, right?
Yeah, I've seen yours, but yours is kind of tucked away, right? In that little console. So I haven't like actually seen the entire thing, out in the wild
glory.
Yeah, and I opened it. I was like, yeah, this is pretty small. I was like, I couldn't imagine having anything bigger than this at this moment. So that was definitely cool. Then the boot up the experience was great. You came in clutch for me though, because I was downloading Spider-Man. It was going to be 10 hours, and I was like,
it's like I know I got better Wi-Fi than that.
I was like, I got fiber internet. Something's going on. And then you're like, oh, you gotta switch the gigahertz to 5, and then it worked out just fine. But yeah, it was a good experience.
So tell me about Astra's Playroom.
Yeah, so I booted up after Kellen got home. I booted Astra's Playroom up because I figured he would probably like that, and he did. He liked it a lot. It was like Mario-esque. There's a lot of platforming and fighting off enemies and stuff. And then it's kind of like a love letter, like shrine to all the PlayStation past consoles, which is really cool. I did the PlayStation 3 stage and completed that. And then I was like, oh, this is really cool. And then it's kind of like Pikmin a little bit as far as like finding all the peripherals and the controllers and stuff. Like, yeah, it was a really cool experience.
And the adaptive triggers, I think it kind of like demos it almost.
Yeah, because it starts you off like you have to like squeeze the triggers, and again I've never held a PS5 controller, so like that was a pretty cool experience. And once you feel that, you're like, yeah, this is kind of game changing a little bit. I don't know if every single game uses those, um, you know, currently, but at least in Astro's Playroom, it was pretty cool.
Most of the first party games I played, I know, I think Helldivers uses it.
Yeah, I mean, you could, you can feel it. You could definitely feel the vibrations going on.
Yeah, I know Spider-Man uses it.
Yeah,
for sure.
So yeah, we played a little bit of that. Played like maybe 30 minutes. I didn't play too much of that. Played the opening intro to Spider-Man. Did the whole Sandman thing. God, that game is beautiful looking, and it feels incredible to play.
It's very seamless.
Very seamless.
Yeah.
So that was fun. Probably play a little bit more of that tonight. And then played some Helldivers with you earlier for
we ran a mission
30 minutes or so. Yeah, ran a mission. Definitely could tell, and I don't know if it was my connection or not because I haven't moved my PS5 into my office yet, so the connection could be a little bit wonky. But there was some connection issues where I think I had fallen off, or
you had disconnected.
Got disconnected from the map, and then I was able to jump right back in. So
that was nice. Cool. At least you can jump right back in, and it seemed like you didn't lose out on any XP from it either.
Yeah, I think I had. I mean, I don't know, but I mean, I leveled up and stuff, so I retained that XP. So that was cool.
I think as long as you extract together, you get all of the experience and money for that mission, which is good.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't know. I texted you earlier about the PlayStation Plus because I know with like the middle tier you get access to a bunch of their older games like Ghost of Tsushima and some other stuff. Which I may do because there are some games that I do want to play. But I'll wait. I'll wait down the line for that. So
Well, what games come with the essential one? I don't, because I just signed up for that one.
The essential one, I don't think you get anything. I think you just get whatever like the free game is of the month, like for the.
Oh, you don't get. Okay, yeah, that sounds about right.
The middle tier is the one where you get like the catalog of games, and then the premium tier, you get like
like
a
retro
bunch of
games
PlayStation and some you can stream PlayStation. I don't know. I think the pricing for that stuff is a little ridiculous. I was looking. I was like, man, $180 a year for the premium. That's wild.
Yeah, what is that, like $15 a month?
Yeah, which I guess I don't know how much Game Pass Ultimate it is.
Well, it's Ultimate's $15 or $16 a month.
Yeah, it's pretty. I think it's like $16 a month. So it could be pretty close to what the premium tier for the PlayStation Plus is, and I just
wait. Do you have Ultimate or do you just have the core?
I've got Ultimate.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I think with Ultimate, that's how you get Game Pass, like Game Pass Day One games, right? The other one, the core, you just get like a catalog of like 25 games. I don't think you get Day One stuff.
Right.
So
I don't know. It's so nuanced now. Like you don't know what you get.
Yeah. Well, and I was trying to like read the tiers on this store, and it didn't. None of it explained what I got. Like I was trying to figure out for the middle tier. I was like, okay, well, what games do I get? And it never told me. And I even looked it up online, and it still didn't tell me. So I don't know if I was just looking in the wrong. I have no idea. But
yeah,
I was like, well, let me just get the basic tier so I can play Helldivers because it won't even let you even go into the game without.
Yeah, it opens up and it's like you gotta go online.
Gotta have it.
Gotta have it. Yeah, I had the middle tier for a little bit back like when it launched in 2022, and it came with like games like Returnal. I think Ratchet and Clank might have been on there.
And I think I know
there's some big games.
Returnal. So yeah. So
yeah, so, I mean there's some bigger games on there, and I think
I got like God of War 2018's on there.
I think Ghost of Tsushima's on there.
Not part one, but I don't know. I don't think part one's on there.
But actually, part one might be on there.
Part one is on there. Okay,
I think so. I think they recently added that.
Which I went ahead and downloaded God of War, Ragnarok, and The Last of Us Part 2 just so they were on there. And I was like, do I want to play through Last of Us Part 2 again? Give that game a chance again.
Hey, you can
just pay $10 and get upgrade.
Yeah, get that upgrade.
So,
But
now
there's
that I got
also
the PS5, I love it now. I'm not a hater anymore.
yeah, I know you're a fanboy now. But I mean, think about it. There's plenty of new games to play. Plenty
Yeah.
of you got a whole generation of games to play.
Yeah, and that's one of the cool things that I do enjoy about waiting a little bit for the next hardware is because you can, if you wait a couple of years, then you've got like a backlog of like really, really great games, and that's usually what I do with PlayStation. Well, I didn't do that with PS4 because as soon as Bloodborne came out, I picked it up for that. But yeah, what can you do?
Yeah, I mean, even when I got it back in 2022, I had like Ratchet and Clank, Demon Souls.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was it.
Spider-Man, Miles Morales.
Yeah, Spider-Man. I never did play Miles Morales, but I did play Spider-Man 1 for the first time, so that's cool.
Okay, cool. I'll briefly talk about. I started streaming Zelda Majora's Mask. After I finished up, Ocarina of Time. Game's really good. It's a lot quicker paced than Ocarina of Time is. This is just the fact that you can, when you transform into the
Deku Scrub.
Deku Scrub, you can go pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool. It is crazy. I guess I never realized how much assets that they use from Ocarina of Time, which makes sense because they made that game in 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Ocarina of Time came out in 98 and then Majora's Mask came out in 2000. But yeah, a lot like I don't think I've ran into a new character yet. And I don't think I will.
Like even just the side characters are reused?
Everybody's reused. Like even characters that didn't have much say in Ocarina of Time, you can see them wandering around. They might have a significant role. Or part of one of the mask side quests.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just pretty funny.
Yeah, no wonder they can turn around so fast.
Yeah. Not the case with Tears of the Kingdom.
No. Same assets.
Yes, a lot of the same assets.
Still took a while.
It took a long time.
5 years, 6 years, 5 years?
6, yeah.
Yeah, 6 years. Wow, Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
So
God forbid they make a new game with new assets. It's gonna take them a decade.
They spent all the time on the depths.
I know, yeah.
Sculpting away down there.
They spent 5 minutes on the Sky Islands and said, that's good. Let's spend all of our time down under.
Yep.
Down the depths.
So that's been fun. I'll continue to stream that and do a 100% run for that game. And then Nick Balatro.
Oh yeah,
Balatro's pretty darn good.
Have you? I texted you about it earlier, but have you?
I haven't played any more since last night. But I did. I was playing and it was clicking. I liked it. But I was like, all right, I'm missing something. So I booted up YouTube and just typed in how to complete a run in Balatro and watch like a 30-minute video of this guy like getting 500,000 points like with the red deck. And I'm like, what in the world? And then I tried it I paused the video like halfway through. I tried and it's obviously very luck based on what jokers you get, of course.
Yeah.
And before I looked up that video, I was starting to get to the point where I was like, okay, nothing I'm doing is counting toward like all the runs are like completely fresh, right? There's no carryover other than like the cards that you
other than the jokers you unlock.
But even the jokers don't necessarily are always going to pop up, right?
Yeah.
So it's like it's kind of like not you're unlocking them, but it's like
you're unlocking the opportunity to get them, but that's really it.
So if I do a run and I buy a joker and then I lose the run, does it have a higher chance to popping up in the next run and future runs? So it's pretty much just like a checkbox off of all the cards then, right? There's not really an incentive to buy a joker if it's not necessarily needed in that specific run.
Well, there might be unlocks for using like a certain amount of new jokers. Like, oh, you've now used 75 jokers. You get another joker that's going to show up in your deck. Like you can unlock brand new jokers that come into your deck
And when you say come into your deck, do you mean
Sorry,
because
not come into your deck, but come into the shop.
Because you can't. There's other than when you're in a run. There's no way to alter your current deck, right? It's just always the same deck throughout every deck you have, like the red, blue, yellow, whatever.
I think there are decks that you unlock later on that alter the contents of your deck.
So that's the only thing that potentially worries me about this game is like even like Hades, I eventually got to the point where I was just kind of over it. But every run mattered. I don't feel like Balatro is that way at all, other than just kind of maybe getting the experience of, okay, this combination of Jokers worked. Let me try and get those again and play around with the different combinations. But then I probably won't get the same ones again. So like that's my only kind of gripe and can see in the near future where I'm like, okay, I had a good run, but I might be done with it. I'm not there yet, but I'm saying.
Yeah. And I guess that's, I mean, you just explained a lot of people's issues with roguelikes. It's like, what's the incentive if I'm not progressing outside of the run itself? Like outside of like where's the meta progression? And like in a way, there's not much progression, but every time I've completed it, and I've only completed 3 runs, but every time I've completed a run, once I finished, I unlocked a bunch of new stuff. So it's like you're not really unlocking much of anything before you've completed a run, but once you complete that first run, you're going to have a bunch of unlocks that can potentially change the way you play.
Okay.
And that can add like new Jokers into the fray, add better Jokers into the fray.
So what unlocks are you talking about? So you can have different unlocks that can carry over into the next run?
No, just like new Jokers that could show up in the shop.
Could show up. Okay.
Yeah. So like you
Okay, I see. Okay. So I think I see what you're saying, because there have been times where like I've done something and then it's like, okay, Joker unlocked, and then I was like, okay, well, what does that mean? So that now unlocks that Joker so I can buy it in my run.
Yeah. Like I think the ones that say like undiscovered next to them.
Okay.
Like if you buy it, actually I don't know if you buy it if it'll like start showing up in runs or not. Or if you just haven't used that one yet, and that's why it says undiscovered. But if you come across one that says undiscovered, I would try to use it, because then you can start completing like your collection of Jokers that you've used. I think there are rewards for like using a certain amount of Jokers. Okay. Yeah.
But that being said, I love it. I've had just all the different combinations that you can do, like the ones where I don't know, it's like the like odd job, is it odd job or odd hat, and like just the ones where it's like if you do like, you know, do like a full house and you've got three threes and I don't know, 2 aces or something like that, you get a multiplier, and I think that's when it clicked with me. I was like, okay, multipliers are extremely important in order to, because I mean because I was struggling for a while and I was like, man, I just can't get there. And then as soon as I was like, okay, I really got to focus on the Jokers. And then there's a couple of runs where, I mean, I was crushing them in like the first hand because the multipliers were so high. And then I got humbled real quick at the final boss and the 8th ante.
Yeah. And you can move your Jokers around, right? Okay. Yeah. Cause that really matters. Like you want to put the multipliers close to the end so they multiply what you've stacked up. Like if you have the plus multiplier.
Wait, what?
Okay. This is good to know. So
okay, yeah, like I don't think the guy explained it in the video I watched. Okay,
so like there's a plus ones that add like +5 to your whatever the red side is,
the multiplier.
Yeah, the multiplier. So like you want to put the ones that are plus closer to the left side, because the Jokers activate in order from left to right. So then if you have like something that's like +5, +10, +15, and at the end it's ×3, then it takes that whole thing and multiplies it by 3. And then if you have multiple multipliers, then they stack and they scale. So like So I had one.
Okay, so they would all work, but I did notice how some were like going in different orders, and I didn't really understand that. That makes sense.
They should generally go left to right. They might like activate at different times, but like whatever's on the right hand side, that'll activate last.
Okay.
So I would
Good to
keep the
know.
multipliers in
Okay.
there.
Okay.
Yes, like
That
I
might be a game that might put me over the edge of
I
getting
won
over
like
the first deck.
really good run where one of the jokers was like, if your hand is less than 3 cards, you get a plus 20 multiplier. And then I had a couple of jokers that multiplied, or that was like a ×3 and a ×4 or something like that. And I kept stacking them up. So I was at a point where I played one card, and it was just like the high card, played one high card, and it multiplied and scaled to 500,000 points.
Jeez.
Yeah.
From one card. That's insane.
Just because like I had the high card leveled up so much, and then I had like all of the multipliers that kind of like stacked and worked together.
Yeah.
So like once you get that like that
cool.
one good run that just clicks.
Okay.
Yeah. So try that out. I think that'll really change the scale.
Yeah, that'll definitely help me, because I was getting to the point where like I was crushing it, and then like the last ante, I just got super humble, because for those that don't know, I mean, there's three we'll say battles in each, like
3 blinds.
Yeah, three
battles. Yeah.
In each round, and there's 8 rounds total. And you can choose to skip them. And you can unlock some sort of, I don't know, either like a free pack or something like that, but then you lose the capability of going into the shop, and the shop could be extremely important. But there might be an incentive where, okay, you skip this. Is it blind?
Blind, yeah.
You skip this blind, but in the next, if you beat the next opponent, all the cards will be free, and then the packer, in the shop. So there's really cool incentives.
Always look at the incentives.
Yeah, and then I like the bosses where they'll say, okay, diamonds are, you can't use diamonds, or
like
debuffed or something like that. But then sometimes the fight before that, you can potentially re-roll the final boss, because maybe like, okay, you've stacked your jokers to where like diamonds are your go-to, and
then like the meta is diamonds.
Yeah, the meta is diamonds, and then at the very end it's like, okay, diamonds are debuffed, you're gonna lose unless you can find a way to potentially re-roll that. So
it's cool that that like at the beginning of the round, like you can see like, okay, I should probably try to find a way to tip the scale in my direction a little bit.
Yeah. Really cool game. $15. I mean,
yeah, it's a must play, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's early in the year, but this could be on the top 10 potentially.
Oh, man.
I mean, and I'm not a roguelike, but I had a blast last night, and I was up till like 2:00 in the morning playing this stupid game.
Yeah, dude, I played it for most of the workday one day.
Really? Yeah, I was up in bed, and I was like listening to the Jeff Gershman show, and his podcasts are like 4 hours long.
Right.
And I was like, man, I've been listening to this show for a while. And then I like looked at my phone, and I was like, it's 2:30. All right, let me go to sleep. So man. Yeah, it's really good. I like it a lot.
If anyone out there is playing it, I need help with the yellow deck. With the yellow deck, you start with, I think it's 3, like the standard, like 3 hands and 3 discards.
Yeah.
You start with $10 extra at the beginning, but that's not that great. Like that doesn't go that far. Like sure, it can set you up with maybe a nice joker at the beginning, but
yeah,
I feel like the benefit there isn't as great as like the red deck where you start with an additional hand, or the blue deck where you start with an additional discard. So I'm struggling with that one. I haven't won a run since.
So how many? So you've won 2 runs,
3 runs.
So you've done the blue, the red, and what else?
I think it's the green. On that one, you earn more interest each round, which is really good.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's like ×2 interest.
Oh wow. Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's a super interesting game. I like it a lot.
Yeah, even if like you don't really know anything about poker, it still teaches you like
Yeah,
it's
because it
still
doesn't.
really easy to understand.
Yeah,
And
because
it's
you're not
really
necessarily
poker.
fighting another opponent's poker deck. So like,
You're trying to
like a straight flush, I think is the number like the highest. So it's
like
like
a roll
you don't
flush,
have to
straight
sit there
flush.
and worry about them playing, a full house and you play a straight flush or vice versa. Like it's like that's gonna give you the most points, before like the multiplier is involved. And it's got a little, you click minus on the switch and it shows you right there. And it shows you how much you've used too. Because there's some jokers where
Mhm.
you can't use the
Can't use your most played
your
hands.
most played hand or something like that. So it's really cool. Good game.
Yeah, there's a lot of really cool jokers that like really make you think about how you play. Like, oh,
Yeah.
like I guess I could play the game that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great game. It's really cool.
Yeah, because there's like I did one run where I was just like discarding like crazy. Like they just want you to, so I was just like buying random stuff and just discarding it because it got the
Yeah,
multiplier up with this one Joker. And all the designs of the Jokers are super cool. The whole aesthetic of the game is pretty
it's
awesome.
really sweet. Have you come across the one where you can make a straight or a flush out of 4 cards instead of 5?
Is it a Joker?
Yeah, it's a joker.
I don't think
That
I
one's
have.
really
No.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool ones.
Yeah. There's one that I can't remember. I think it starts with a V. Like I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, I think it's like Ace 2, 5, 8 all get like a multiplier or something like that, like a times 8 multiplier. So you could do some big numbers with that.
Yeah,
Balatro, pretty darn good.
Balatro.
Nick, tell me, have you played a lot of Final Fantasy?
I've played about 3 hours
Okay.
so far. So I would say the first hour to an hour and a half is a lot of backstory that goes like
Okay.
prior to the remake, and it's necessary backstory. But I started it. I started the game and I hadn't played the demo, and I think the demo covers this section. So I started it, and like it kind of felt like more of the same, like more of remake, and like I wasn't super hot on remake. But then I got to chapter 2, and you have your Breath of the Wild moment, right?
Yeah.
You step out into the grasslands, and I'm like, oh shit, like this game, like it's pretty open. And then you get a chocobo, and you get to just like ride around the giant worlds. And like I know they called it like similar to open zone.
Open zone, yeah, that's what I've
Like
heard.
not entirely open world, but it feels open world. Like it's a really big game, and I'm very early in it, but I'm liking it a lot more than remake so far.
Okay. How should I just YouTube the story of remake and then just jump into rebirth at this point? Because I don't know. I've heard a lot of mixed stuff about remake and how it's just very tedious with the side quests and like kind of grindy and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know if you'd like it, to be honest. I don't know. Like it's.
I mean, I've got the demo. I've got the demo downloaded for Rebirth, so I'm gonna play it at some point.
Maybe just play the demo and see what you want to do from there.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you could just YouTube the story to remake.
I mean, it's Cloud. I mean, there's
Cloud
Sephiroth.
being a dude,
his music is like doesn't his music like a soundtrack say Sephiroth in the background?
I think so. Yeah, Sephiroth. Yeah, I mean, you could. I mean, in reality, like remake is just the first 5 hours of the original game, so it's not that much story that's covered.
Yeah, they just I don't know. They do like the first part of that game and make it into like 40 hours.
Yeah. That first game was entirely too long.
That's what I've heard. And I don't want to go through that game and like get kind of burned out on Final Fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, that's what I did. No, but I am liking Rebirth a lot more.
Okay. How's the combat? Is it still pretty similar to remake, or is it a little bit different, a little tighter?
It's similar. They added in like some new like synergy attacks between you and your party members. And you have new characters you can play as, or I guess just one new character so far.
Okay.
But the combat's pretty similar to the first game. I think it feels a little bit more like frantic in a good way. Like there's just increased mobility all around with the combat.
Yeah.
Which I think it's a good improvement over remake. So yeah, it's substantially the same, but like feels tweaked. Feels a little bit better. Kind of like God of War Ragnarok to God of War.
Okay.
Just improved upon.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
And you got another RPG you've been playing, or is it an RPG or is it a tactical game? I
think it's a
both
tactical RPG.
Okay. You're a madman.
Yeah, I love this game. I hate the name. Unicorn Overlord sounds like some weeb stuff, man. Well, I'm gonna go play Unicorn Overlord after work. I'm lying in bed. No, this demo's so long. I've played like
isn't it like 4 hours or something?
5 or 6. It's 8 hours.
Jesus,
it's an 8-hour timer and just says go nuts. Go as long as you want. Go as far as you want.
Okay.
Yeah, I put about 5 or 6 hours into it, and I've done a bunch of side quests, but the fights are like they're really cool. It's like almost like automated to an extent where you deploy your troops and you pick where you want them to start going, and then the other troop it'll play, and the other troops will come and meet up with your troops, and you'll choose which ones to battle and all this kind of stuff, and it's cool. There's a lot. There's a lot to unpack with the combat, even though it's kind of automated.
Yeah,
in a way. But there's different ways where you can change your character's abilities. So it's like this attack registers first, or this attack doesn't register, or this ability doesn't register, so it allows you to attack more. This kind of stuff. You can really change the way your characters do their actions, their order of actions, which is really cool. And the art style, it's a super pretty game. I really love it.
Is it is it the HD 2D or is it different?
No, it's different from the HD 2D. It's
okay.
I don't know how to describe it.
Is it diorama-esque or
no?
It's okay.
It's like a clean anime style 2D.
Okay.
If that makes sense. But
okay.
Yeah, I mean stories okay so far, nothing too crazy, but I really like the overworld exploration and all of the Fire Emblem-esque stuff that you can do in the game. So
is this game out yet?
No, I think it comes out later this week.
Okay. You got to pick it up?
I think so.
Or
maybe not yet. Yet. I got to finish the demo first.
Yeah, you got to get the demo. Jeez.
Yeah, but it's a cool game. It's really cool. Yeah, and then outside of playing Helldivers 2 tonight, I did. So I picked up Rebirth on Friday. Picked that one up physical, and then came home and I was like, man, kind of want to get ready.
What made you get it physical?
We just went to Target.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we were there.
You just saw it?
I was like, man. It's like I have remake physical. I have a lot of PS5 games.
Okay.
Physical.
Yeah, you do.
Spider-Man, God of War. So I was like, I kind of want to just own this on physical, but it's 2 discs. One is the data disc, and the other one is the play disc, I guess.
Did you see that Baldur's Gate 3 on Xbox is 4 discs?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
probably 1 per act. Well, there's 3 acts, but
yeah. Well, they said that the 4th disc, it was 500 megabytes over what the 3rd could do, so they just had to put it on a 4th disc. So technically 3, but
that sucks.
Still, that's kind of wild.
Yeah.
Is Baldur's Gate 3 crossplay between Xbox and PlayStation, or is that something that's coming later?
Or I don't think it's crossplay.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I picked up Rebirth, came home, and then I was like, man, kind of want to play Helldivers. Kind of want to download that and get ready.
Get ready.
So I've played probably 10 or so missions so far, and they're all like, it's all so fun. It's just so chaotic and so stupid, and I love that there's friendly fire and you can accidentally blow up your teammates, or you can have
And
your
it's pretty
teammates
forgiving. I mean, as far as like,
yeah. Like
I mean, I
you
don't know what the
respawn.
criteria. I guess if we both die at the same time, then we lose. But
Well, we did during
I
our
don't know.
mission.
Oh, did we? Okay.
Yeah.
We were able to come back. Okay.
When you threw that grenade and blew yourself up, you blew me up too.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, we both respond. Like, I think if one person dies, you have to call them in. You have to call in reinforcements, and that I think that takes a while to recharge if someone dies multiple times. And
Okay.
I think like if you're extracting and someone dies, maybe that's a bigger deal.
Maybe.
But that tends to be the easier part, like the actual extraction.
Okay.
From what I've played very early on. But
Sweet. Well,
yeah,
I like it. The tone again. It's Super
So
Troopers, Starship Troopers, which you need to watch. I mean, it is right on the money, especially the opening cutscene.
Oh yeah, that cutscene's great.
Yeah, but yeah, tonally it's exactly like Starship Troopers, which is awesome. Probably the best like dive I've seen in a video game to date. It's just so like it almost like kind of hovers in the air for like just a second too long.
Just a little bit too long.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
But it feels so good though, like running away from a bug and like diving away from it and shooting it in the air. Like,
yeah, because like I think the one
cool.
time like the bug was coming after me and I like dove and then I spun around and I landed on my stomach and then I just like popped him with a gun. Like I was like, man, that was good. That was real good.
Just don't dive from too high. You'll like hit a point where your body gets kind of like awkward in the air and then it'll start to fall.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, so it's fun, man. It's such a cool game.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool so far.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else you've been playing?
I think that's it.
All right, we'll move on to the news here. We'll start out with Xbox. They announced their partner preview. I've got it pulled up here. It's coming up March 6th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Silksong?
Stuff. Well, it's what Capcom's going to be there and some other developers. Right? Was Capcom part of them?
Yeah, I think Capcom's involved.
I don't know. I don't really expect much at this thing.
I don't either.
But it's Xbox and Silksong is on Game Pass. So hey,
if Silksong is announced at an Xbox partner event.
I mean, it was shown off last year, right? At or the year before. God, has it been almost 2 years since we've seen Silksong? Did we see it last year at all? No, I think we might have saw it at. Was it in a direct last year, and then they showed it off the previous year at an Xbox like showcase?
No, I think it was at a PlayStation event last year. Gotcha. Like one of the not a showcase, but the state of play, where it was just like announced to be coming to PlayStation.
Well, I think if it's going to be on Game Pass and Xbox is, paying Team Cherry, I think there might be a good chance that it's going to be here.
No. Don't even put that out there.
I'm not saying Shadow Drop, Nick. I'm not saying Shadow Drop. I'm just saying we could get another look at it and maybe a release date.
When would you want this game to come out?
Right now. I mean, honestly, anytime. Like whatever get at this point. I don't think there's any other game this year that would be more hyped for, other than maybe like a Metro Prime 4. Like that's like anything announced right now. I don't think
on Elden Ring DLC.
Well, yeah. I know. I forgot about.
I guess that's not a game. It's not a full game.
It's a DLC. It's a DLC. Before Elden Ring, maybe like May, maybe April or May.
April or May. I think that'd be good.
Maybe April, just so I can have a little bit extra time with it before.
Yeah,
because it's all hands on deck on June 21st.
Would you Would this be a Switch game? Xbox, PlayStation? What would you pick it up on?
I want to say the Switch because like the handheld, but if it doesn't run good,
I think it'll run fine.
I mean, yeah, I mean the first one ran just fine. I don't
And
think
it's not
there's
like
any-
it's not like Silk Song is going to be more graphically intense or anything like that.
No, I don't.
From what
yeah,
we've
I don't
seen,
think
it looks
pretty close.
graphically. It looks pretty
Yeah.
close.
Yeah, I mean, if it as long as it runs perfectly fine on Switch, yeah, that's where I'll pick it up at.
Yeah. Yeah, same here.
Yeah, I might pick it up physical if they do.
Oh my gosh. Do you have
special?
Hollow
No,
Knights?
I'm probably gonna get it at some point on physical.
Okay. I don't. Yeah, I definitely don't have Hollow Knight physical.
Yeah, I'll probably pick that up at some point. But
Mhm.
yeah, hopefully they don't do like a digital first and then physical. I'm
Like
sure
a
they
limited
will.
runs game thing later on.
But also like that could be cool because if they gave us like a cool special edition, like I can't wait for Sea of Stars to come. Like that, I cannot wait for that special edition. It's gonna be so cool.
When is that coming?
I want to say May, right? Doesn't that come out in May?
Did I buy that too?
I think you did. You said you did.
If I said I did, I did. But
Because
I
totally
forgot about
I think I
that.
had told you that I picked it up because we didn't like text that day when it was announced. And then I
Oh
was
yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I got that coming. Yeah, I want to say it's May, but maybe now that you said something, maybe it hasn't been announced yet. But why wouldn't it be the release date?
I don't know. It doesn't say on the email, but
Because it's IM 8-bit, right?
yeah.
They also got some cool stuff. I almost picked up the Outer Wilds because I never actually played that.
Like the physical version.
Yeah, because they have like a pretty cool edition. All right, let's see. Sea of Stars. They got a vinyl too. Okay, it says shipping Q2 2024. So
Okay, could be May.
Could be May. Why did I think it was May?
That might have been the initial communication.
Okay. But yeah, I'm pretty excited for that one. But
yeah.
I don't know what it is. Like I was not a big special edition guy for a very long time, and then I don't know what game I picked up.
Was it Metroid?
As you look at all your special editions,
yeah. There we go.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what it was. I think it might have been Metroid that kind of kicked it off for me. Because I got Metroid and then I got Fire Emblem after that. I tried to get Xenoblade for whatever reason. I wasn't even like super into it.
I should have gotten Xenoblade.
I tried. I tried on their website and I could not get into the I couldn't get even an opportunity to try to check out with it. So that one was like super limited. And then I got the Bayonetta one too, the Bayonetta 3 one. So yeah, special editions are cool, man. I don't know, they're cool stuff.
Yeah, all of Nintendo's ones they're kind of the same.
Yeah, the most recent ones I've been
like pretty by the book.
Yeah, steel book, art book,
maybe some like
coaster or
memorabilia.
Cards,
yeah. But it's still.
But they're not super expensive.
They're like $90, $80,
yeah.
$90.
Yeah, I kind of wish I would have wished I would have got the Breath of the Wild special edition back in the day.
What did that one have with it?
Did it have a statue, like a sword statue or something?
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. Not 100% sure what it had, but so yeah, Xbox partner preview.
Speaking of Nintendo,
coming March 6th. Yeah, could be exciting. You want to read the next one, Nick?
Yeah. Okay. Mario Day. March 10th is coming up on Sunday and Puro, the 99%
99%
leaker, 99% reliable leaker. He said that Thousand Year Door Paper Mario: Thousand Year Door and Luigi's Mansion would have some news on
Release
Sunday.
date.
So we'll probably get a release date for those two, and then
Cool.
outside of that, we don't know what's coming for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, and we still like obviously all the reports say that the Switch 2 isn't coming until next year, but I mean it always could come this year. We have no idea. Kind of crazy though. Nintendo feels like I was coming into this year very confident about Nintendo, and and obviously it doesn't really matter. We got other consoles to play our stuff on, so like
you got a new PS5.
Yeah, if Nintendo has a little bit of a weaker year, that's totally okay. They had a banger last year, so but it's still weird not knowing exactly what's coming for Nintendo. Usually, well, I don't know because like PlayStation doesn't have anything first party at least. Xbox has got some games. Nintendo's kind of the one that usually
has a lot of
it.
games coming.
Yeah, Xbox does.
But to be fair, with Nintendo, we don't normally know the back half of the year until the June Direct. Like at least we have the first half of this year like relatively filled out. If you can say that like
weeks.
Endless Ocean is one of the games that fills it out, sure. But there are games coming out within the first half. It's just not big time bangers.
Yeah, well, I mean, and again, this is the swan song year of the Switch. I mean, we're gonna get a lot of overpriced remakes.
Yes, those are coming.
$60 for Luigi's Mansion 2. I don't know. Do you think they'll put out a demo for Peach for Showtime?
I think they will. I think it'll be like, oh, you can play two worlds, 2 stages.
I think they should, because I think a lot of people are looking forward to this game, but also it's kind of like on the tipping point of, okay, is this gonna be good? Is this gonna be $60 worthy? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Are you gonna pick this up?
As of right now, I don't think so. Kellen's seen a couple of trailers for it and he wants it, but he hasn't been trustworthy with games. So I don't know.
Wait, who has this on Fantasy Critic?
I think you do.
Oh.
And I think I voted against it as it not being a super.
So it has to score below a 70 for you to get any points. I think it'll score above a 70.
I think it probably will.
You never know. I mean, all the previews said like, oh, like it's a good game, but it's very much geared towards a younger audience, and I don't know how that's going to review.
Speaking of Fantasy Critic, Nick, I've got it pulled up here so we can talk about it for a quick second.
Yeah.
Very close game. Very close. So you've got Final Fantasy Rebirth that came out, monster score, 93. Got 27 points for that. Persona 3 also very high scoring with 88 on Metacritic, or I think they use OpenCritic, right? I'm not sure which one they use.
Yeah, I think so.
18 points for that one. And then I think that's it for you, but you've got 45. I've got 3 games. I've got Tekken 8 at 90. Very good score at 20 points. Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth at 19 points. And then I've got Mario vs. Donkey Kong Remake at 7. I don't know what made me pick that game up.
I mean, it's a safe pick, if anything. Like, it's going to get you some points.
Yeah.
But
so,
and I didn't know this, but like you get like 1 point for each, for anything above 70. But if you go above 90, each point counts as 2.
Oh, interesting.
Okay. Yeah. So because Rebirth had such a great score.
Yeah.
Got 27 points. That's something
monster
else.
Score.
Monster performance. Monster
score.
What games are coming up?
So we've got Unicorn Overlord coming out on March 8th. So that's Friday.
Does anyone have that one?
You do.
Oh, let's go. That's going to be a high score. That's going to be a
high score. Princess Peach Showtime. You've got that on March 22nd. Also, you've got Rise of the Ronin, which is questionable. And I think that's also another one. Let's see. Is that the one that I picked against you?
What? No, I think you sniped.
No, so you've
Silent
got
Hill.
Silent Hill, yeah. Because
that one's not looking good.
No, I don't know if it's going to come out this year, to be honest.
Yeah.
And then So also on March 22nd is going to be a big one. Dragon's Dogma 2. I've got that one. I feel like that could be a pretty
score
good
well.
one.
Yeah.
April 26th, I've got Stellar Blade, which I'm looking forward to now that I've got a PS5. Which that game looked pretty cool anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, you've got that one. I think that's going to be a pretty high scoring one. Black Myth, I've got that one, which you voted against because it could be really good, but it also like looks like
that
it
Team
could
Ninja?
suck. It is, yeah.
Right. 70s at best.
What's your hate on Team Ninja, Nick?
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
And then the 3 games that we don't have release dates for: Visions of Mana, and you have all 3 of these: Visions of Mana, Avowed, and Paper Mario. You've got
Avowed. You should have put a hit against Avowed. I don't know if that one's gonna review well.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. Wait, Avowed's coming out in May, right?
It just says right. It was.
Oh, it just says
yeah.
Wait, it's fall.
They didn't have a release date for that one.
Oh, Hellblade comes out in May.
Hellblade's May. Yeah.
Okay.
I think Avowed's going to do well. I mean, it's
Obsidian.
Like all their games score.
I think it'll be like
very well.
Maybe low 80s.
I'm gonna give it a 90.
You're gonna give it a 90?
No, I hope it gets below that because I don't want you to give me a point. Which I could still snipe it.
And remember, you can pick up games too.
Yeah. Why? Yeah.
Should have picked up Balatro. That game has like a 92 on Metacritic.
Oh my god! Well, I didn't even know that game existed until you
yeah.
told me about it. And everybody on Twitter is going mad about it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's what our very
fantasy critic.
Score. Very close.
Yeah.
My budget, I've got 90, and you've got 93. So
what'd you buy?
I think
what you been sneaking in?
I didn't sneak in anything. I think I snuck in. The only thing I picked up was Mario vs. Donkey Kong. Did I spend $10 on that?
Spend $10 on that?
Why'd I do that?
Not a great return.
Or maybe it was Stellar Blade that I picked up. I can't remember. I don't know.
Wait, did you get Indiana Jones? Or did I get that one?
No, you got that one. Actually, Indiana Jones. No, wait, I don't think none of us.
No one has that one?
No.
Are you sure?
Oh no, you got it.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, I think you picked that one up, didn't you?
Yeah, I've been on that
Stuck
one.
it in. Okay. All right. So, yeah, you also sniped Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. So
that's a close range snipe. That one's easy.
Yeah. It's Bandai. Well, yeah, any of the like anime fighting games for Bandai outside of like Dragon Ball Fighters usually aren't any good.
Even if they're good, they just don't review well.
Yeah. It's like I watched that Jujutsu Kaisen show and I was like, oh, that fighting game looks pretty cool. And then I was like, I'm not gonna pick that up. And then it ended up being pretty trash. So
yeah. Oh wait, you pick up Plucky Squire.
Was it Plucky Squire that I picked up?
I think so.
No, I think I added that in, or when we were doing the draft.
That one.
Can we see what Can we see like the history? Yeah, see league history. Let's see. Oh, so you've been super sneaky. Okay, so on March 2nd,
what are you talking about?
Unicorn Overlord for $1, and then let's see, you got Indiana Jones for $5. You got Visions of Mana for $1. I didn't pay attention to this more. And this is our draft pick. Okay, and then I got Stellar Blade for $5 and Donkey Kong for $5.
$5 for Donkey Kong. Wow.
I need to be a little bit more stinky.
Hey man, you got to be out here.
Apparently so.
If I'm getting Game of the Year Unicorn Overlord for $1.
How does this impact LeBron James' legacy, though? All right, last story. So last week, the Yuzu creator, the emulator, Do you know more about the story than I don't think I know much about the story other than Nintendo was suing them.
So the intention of this emulator is to emulate old games that are unavailable, right? They can't be played on modern systems.
Yes,
3DS,
which I agree with. You know,
yeah, that's great.
The games you cannot buy on like a store anymore. Yes, yeah.
The problem is they leaked Tears of the Kingdom a week early, and there were 1 million downloads for it. So 1 million people got it for free, and then I think they locked it behind a PayPal subscription, and like further updates to the emulation for Tears of the Kingdom were behind some sort of subscription service
like
for the
Patreon
emulator.
or something.
Yeah, like Patreon. So it's one thing to leak out a game early, but then to charge people to either get that leak or get updates for that leak, that's probably what set Nintendo off.
I think, I guess in their defense, weren't they saying that they didn't necessarily have anything to do with that? They can't control what people are doing with said emulator? Because I don't think it was the creators that did that. I think people that were using the emulators got a hold of Zelda and then put it out there.
Well, either way, they were charging.
Yeah.
Patreon or whatever for the emulator. So
yeah, which they were doing that before Zelda, I believe.
Yeah,
because I mean, because they were taking in revenue so they can continue. I guess adding. I don't know a lot about emulation. But I think it's good for preserving games that you can't buy anymore, or stuff that gets blacklisted or whatever the case is. Whitelisted, is that the term? Which whenever they remove a game from a store, there's a way for you to play, and I think that is important in the overall preservation of games. But yeah, you can't do that, and Nintendo is going to come after you, in a big way.
If you're taking a chunk out of their potential sales, 1 million copies sold, that's $70 million that you potentially took from them in sales, and at the end of the day, like Yuzu got out pretty clean. Like Nintendo could have fined him a lot more. They could have taken it further into court.
Yeah, and, so they settled out of court, which I think a lot of people, especially in the emulation scene, were happy about, because now there's not going to be any sort of like precedent. Like if they went into court and Nintendo won, then emulation as a whole could have potentially been done away with. There could have been other companies that could come after, because now there's a precedent of of winning and stuff like that. So I think a lot of people were happy in that scenario that they settled out of court. But hopefully that, that's gonna not, people are gonna be a little bit smarter with using these emulators going forward.
Yeah, or like maybe if you're running an emulation site or whatever, you police it a little better, and obviously you want the traffic of people coming to your site or to your server to download, the newest game that's coming out. But just understand that
it's a dangerous.
If you're leaking Tears of the Kingdom,
you're walking a thin line with that, especially when Tears of the Kingdom is involved.
When we did our podcast the week before it came out, Noodles was on, and he was playing a leaked version of Tears of the Kingdom, so it got around, it got around to the people, and that's probably seen as a bit of a hindrance for Nintendo, and they want to cut down anyone who's taking a significant portion of their potential sales. And I think that's fair. I love emulation, whatever, I support it, but there's a difference between emulating and pirating.
Yeah,
and that aired on the side of definitely pirating. So
yeah, that's
you can't emulate an existing, you can't emulate a Switch game, because the Switch game is current.
Yeah,
all you're doing is pirating a Switch game.
Yeah, you're just stealing. You just say you want to steal the game.
just be honest and don't defend it by saying, it's for the glory of emulation.
Yeah,
let me go steal.
But then those same people are crying on Twitter that my favorite studio is shutting down. Yeah, I wonder why. Because you're stealing their stuff.
Yeah,
Nintendo. That's $70 million that Nintendo could have potentially made off of customers. That could make or break some studios. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, Like, imagine your favorite studio. Imagine Japan Studios. You know, I'm not saying their games were pirated in any way, but like a million sales means a lot to a studio like that. Maybe not as much to Nintendo, but it matters. It matters. Gotta be careful.
Is. Yeah. Maybe just don't steal stuff. Maybe just, I don't know. Yeah, you wouldn't walk into a Target and, well, I guess maybe you would. I don't know. I don't know what people are doing. Apparently, Target lets you steal until you meet a certain threshold of like, I think it's like $1,000, and then it's considered like grand larceny or something like that, or grand theft or something,
so
whatever.
They just track it.
They just track it. Yeah, I think they have like a facial recognition that will track it, and I guess can track what you have. And if you steal enough, because I mean, I guess that makes sense because, I mean, no one's going to stop you from stealing, and they don't. I mean, Target doesn't usually have like, at least in our area, in my area, they don't have like police or security guards or anything like that. So,
and they're not going to train employees to stop you from stealing.
No, and you steal like $10 worth of stuff. You're like, oh, I can get away with this. And then you start. Okay, well, I'm gonna steal a video game. That's $60, $70, and then you get 2 Magic card or 2 Pokemon decks, and that's 1,000 right there. So
yeah, suddenly you're over the limit, and you're in handcuffs.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe just don't steal.
Yeah, just don't steal.
All right, and I think that's the last bit of news. There wasn't a ton of stuff that happened this week, but we had a lot of games to talk about, so that's
a lot of games.
Right.
A lot of games.
That's quite all right.
We'll be back next week with probably more Helldivers 2, talking about the Xbox partner showcase thing.
Yeah.
Mario Day. Hollow Knight. Maybe we'll be playing Hollow Knight.
Maybe we'll get that nice little shadow drop.
Yeah, God, I love shadows. Love shadow drops.
It's never happening. That game is not coming out.
Mm-mm.
It's not gonna happen.
It's not, don't even hope for it.
Anyways. All right, guys. Well, we will see you guys next Monday.
Bye-bye.